but there is a broader report which we are going to find on our website, and that broader report shall include all the activities done by the 12 entities, where the women directors of each entity have laid out. But for this session, Mr. Chairman, I was requested to present only union activities, or where the union has featured most. And secondly, where the union has supported the entities, that is the fields and the conference, to perform women and education activities. But we are sharing a more bigger and detailed report, which is both pictorial and statistical, on our women website, education website, and also in our women groups. So here I present first the women report. Mr. Chairman, it's a video, so I present.
Can have a seat here as you are watching your video.
Work the women have done to support mission in Uganda. The following are some of the activities the women have been doing for the last 3 years, 2023 to 2025. Women have supported mission, and in this they have done community radio evangelism, they have done open air crusades, they have done radio evangelism, they have done vegetable evangelism, they have done hospital and prison ministry. And in all this, the women have been able to bring to the Lord over 9,000 souls. Under spiritual growth, the women have participated in the 90 days of prayer and also the 10 days of prayer every year. And in their districts and the local churches, they have been able to have days of fasting and prayer almost every quarter across the country. Women have also done music festivals under the I Will Go theme. And in this way, they have managed to support the theme or the general theme of the quinquennium. They have done the drama, they have done the plays, the poems, and also the music, all under the I Will Go theme. Women are also nurtured on social media platforms.
Thank you for visiting our page. We are the Adventist women that have opened up this Facebook page. We want to say you are very, very welcome.
We have thousands of social media platforms led by women across the nation, where they do devotionals and prayers every morning and every evening. And on some platforms, they have shared evangelistic messages, Bible study. Under the theme of leadership, women have performed a number of activities. For example, they do advisories every year. Every year as Ugandan Union, we conduct women advisories where we gather all the leadership of the women from the different fields and the conference. We have shared a lot in our meetings, and this has also enabled us to plan for congresses. We have had women congresses at field level, zone level, local church level. But at the union level, we had a congress in 2023 at Viva International School, and that's in Busoga field, where over 800 women gathered from across the country during our congress. We have also had partnerships and collaborations. As women leaders, we have shared collaborations with the Interreligious Council of Uganda, the Bible Society of Uganda, Owakabaka of Uganda, State House. And in this way, we have had a lot of capacity building for our women leadership. Women in Uganda have also participated in the ECD women congresses. For example, we had one in Singida where over 145 women participated, and they went to Tanzania to participate in that congress. 13 women have also gone with the church leadership to the GC session, and in that way they have participated in higher organization meetings. Under financial freedom, there are lots of income generating projects that women have done across the nation in various districts, and in this way they support mission activities. They also support women departmental activities. Women have done fundraising to support church planting, and many churches have been started and constructed by the women. We have promoted transparency and accountability in our treasury as women across different levels. We have also supported the work of the young women. The young women have worked side by side with the older women in every activity, in mission, in leadership, in spiritual growth. I want to thank all the women leaders. I want to thank all the district women leaders, all the way to the local church. Everybody who has done something, may the Lord bless you this quinquennium in Jesus' name. Amen.
Mr. Chairman, now the education report. I submit.
Okay, let's allow her to finish all the reports, then we shall vote them at once. Thank you. If you have a question.
Uganda has 278 education institutions. Those are the church-owned education institutions. This includes 232 primary schools. All over the country, Uganda can boast of 81,337 students in our education institutions. And we can also say we have 4,035 teachers in these institutions. Of course, not leaving behind our church-related schools, because we have 373 in total of our church-related institutions. Under mission, church schools have participated in evangelism, and that is bringing souls to Christ. Working in hand with the church, working hand in hand with the education leaders, church schools have managed to bring 20,445 souls to Christ for the last 3 years, 2023 to 2025. We have also, as schools, promoted mission during our education Sabbaths. That is when we go out, because our objective is to increase the number of Adventist children attending Adventist schools. We promote the Adventist philosophy of education. And we want to thank God that many parents have come up to support Adventist schools, taking their children to Adventist institutions. Still, to support mission, we have a union bursary scheme where we are supporting 212 bursary students on our internal scheme and also 22 on our external scheme. This is to improve human resource capacity, and we want to thank God for the leadership of the union that has supported the bursary schemes. We have gone ahead to supervise and mentor the leadership in these education institutions. The ECD has supported us in supervising 5 institutions, including Bugema University under the AAA scheme. But the Uganda Union Education Department has gone ahead to visit over 15 schools every year, supporting them under the theme of supervision of these institutions. We also have 13 new schools that have been established in this quinquennium. Most of them are in the eastern part, but a few also in the central. We want to thank God for that milestone, because for the last 13 years, for the last 3 years, those 13 schools have been established. Under spiritual growth, we have encouraged our leadership in the schools to have daily devotions. That is in the morning and in the evening, where students gather for worship daily, and also the teachers. There are also Wednesday or weekly fellowships to encourage spiritual growth among the teachers and the leaders of these institutions. We have also strengthened chapel services. Every year we have tried to improve the services so that they become standard. And in these chapel services, a number of souls have been realized through baptism. We celebrate Creation Week every year. That is the 3rd week of August. And in that Creation Week, we remind the students that God is the source of knowledge. God is the source of creation and power. And that has also supported spiritual growth. Under leadership, we have encouraged almost all our schools to have boards of governors. And in these boards of governors meetings, we encourage transparency and accountability. The leadership of the schools are able to report to the church leadership what is going on in the schools, and they are able to be accountable financially and also in terms of enrollment. And the boards of governors are able to see that there is steady progress within our schools other than before. We have held a number of leadership seminars for teachers, for capacity building at union level, at field level, and also at even institutional level. Recently, we had a head teachers retreat in Entebbe Botanical, where we gathered over 30 secondary school head teachers. We also have education days within our fields, where we meet as teachers and leaders and have our seminars to sharpen the leadership of the schools. Bugema University has celebrated its 31st graduation, and in this quinquennium, we are happy to say that we have a new chancellor who was installed on 8th of November 2023. We want to thank God for the work that has been done by the schools to support mission. More of this report is on our education website. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, I move that.
Seconded. Now it's open for discussion. There are two reports. I give them 3 minutes for discussion. Any hand? You remember, if you don't put up your hand, you will not get a chance. Okay, our leader, Pastor Christian Dechi is number 1. Is that Eda Kayua? Yes, Eda Kayua, number 2. We have 2 hands to discuss these reports. Okay, let somebody give a microphone to. Can I have a volunteer here to help me? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Education Director. My question is on page 90. When we see that there is an increase of institutions, 13 in number, there is an increase on teachers, 1,137. But when you look at the students, there is a difference there. There is a drop. My question, why is this drop? And before I see it, I'd like to encourage our parents, Adventist parents, to take our children to our schools. When the department is trying to put there more teachers, and then parents start taking our children, it's not a sign of supporting. We need support. But maybe can I get the answer to the question, why is that drop? What brought that?
Thank you, Elder. Pastor Christian Adechi, that's a very pertinent question. Let me ask also Eda Kayua to ask his question so that he can answer them once. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Mine is not a question, but a recommendation. First of all, I would like to thank the Education Director for that good work done in education. However, these days we have discovered that through education, we win many souls, even than from efforts. And for that matter, therefore, we have the theme for education that in West Uganda, we have our theme that education is the best investment for soul winning. And that is true, because through weeks of prayer, we have discovered that it is bumper harvest. This morning, the Union Secretary gave us data, which is well researched, that 33%, 70% of the Ugandan population are younger people. Therefore, they are school-going children. And these people go to schools where we expect to harvest, but when we have not invested. We go there to baptize, but in many cases we don't support these upcoming schools, leave alone these big ones. But we have very many upcoming schools. Some of them don't have chaplains. And we expect them, the schools, to impart values of Seventh-day Adventist. My suggestion or my recommendation is that let us support these upcoming schools by either allocating them chaplains or supporting the chaplains that are there. Because this is what is going to help us to ground these younger people into SDA values. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elder Kaiwa. Let me now request the departmental director to respond.
Thank you very much for the question, Pastor Lidechi, and our leader from Mubende, Elder Kaiwa, for the recommendation to support chaplaincy in schools. Now, to respond to the first question, why the drop? Dear delegates, there are many reasons to explain the drop in the enrollment of students in most of our schools. This is the general picture, but it doesn't mean that in every school the numbers have dropped. But I can only attribute it to 3 reasons. Number 1, this is a report covering enrollment comparisons from 2022 to 2025. That is the table on page 90. Now, students in 2023 were 87,473, and in 2025, by the time we made this report, there were 81,337, a difference of 6,000 across 3 years. Now, the issue of enrollment in schools is not a constant. Students you find in senior 1, after 3 years, they're in senior 3. Those in O-level graduate to A-level. But you find that there are always shifting priorities of parents. This year, a parent may desire to take their child to Bugema Adventist Secondary School. Then another year, a parent may desire to take their children to maybe Maryland High School in Tebe. Now, our statistics do not cover, these statistics do not cover the church-related schools. So the priorities of parents for education keep on shifting, and that can explain the. Secondly, many of our parents in some of our schools complain that our education system is very expensive, that Adventist schools are expensive, and so they may opt out to go to maybe public schools or even other private education institutions. So that brings about a drop in our enrollment. But I want to encourage the delegates to take heart that our leadership in the schools are working hard to promote Adventist education. We do advertisement, we do a lot of marketing of our schools, and I believe with time, our enrollment will keep on going higher and increasing. We pray that the Lord will bless us so that we can continue to win the hearts of our Adventist parents and even non-Adventist parents to increase our enrollment in our schools. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much for asking the question and also for the comments. Yes, as he said, Uganda Union is committed to give our schools priority. As you heard the Secretary's report, and I think the coming quinquennium, education is going to be given a priority. Like Eda Kaiwa said, we harvest more people in schools and who are promising. So can I question this report? Question has been called. All in favor say aye. Opposed the nay. It is taken. Now, let's bring this man again. This time, make sure you use 5 minutes. I've cut 2 because the introduction made it go direct to the report and highlight only the importance. I know your report is so huge, and it summarizes all the report in one. Thank you. Okay. I want to encourage all departmental directors to be around so that we may listen to your reports. When the president comes back with a nominating committee, you may not have time to report. So make use of this time. And remember, we have several institutions who are going to report. We have 8 institutions who have reports, and we have had only 2 reports for department out of the 9. So now I'm going to reduce the time to make sure that you present in 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, can we stretch a bit? Let's stretch a bit. Where is Dr. Ivre? Are you around? Dr. Ivre, come here and give us some exercises. Just 2 minutes. He's planning his, because you have sat down for a long time. Is ready. You can read from your report, Pastor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Hope I'm audible. Is it okay? Is my voice being heard? Or the voice is not being heard? Okay, thank you. Once again, I salute you in Jesus' name. I am praying that the 5 minutes that have been given will really serve me to give this report. As we began the 3 years, because this quinquennium was disorganized by COVID, and today some of my reports will not fetch our evangelism performance for 3 years, for 5 years. Instead, most of the statistics will fetch from 2023, 2024, and 2025. But this report, you will read it through. It is on page 81. That is where it begins in this booklet. Page 81. You will find it there and read all the details. But the mission of Sabbath School and personal ministries is to provide resources and training to involve every church member in soul-winning service. Equipping and mobilizing the lay church members is necessary to finish the work entrusted to us. Dear Chair, allow me to say thank you to the members in the House for the job well done. I will not go through the details of this report because much of it was covered in the Secretariat report. And indeed, our performance is so good. God has used us, and many souls have been brought in the house of the Lord. May God bless you for the job well done. I may not go through the objectives of personal ministries. They are very clear. You read it through because I want to catch up with the time. Sabbath School and Personal Ministries has a goal, which is to make disciples. This is what we are after in Sabbath School and Personal Ministries, to make disciples. And then our goal for this year 2025 has been total member involvement. Sabbath School objectives to study all the study of the Word, fellowship, community outreach, world mission emphasis. Mr. Chair, if I have 7 minutes, then half of my 7 minutes will be accomplished on this table where I am. Members, I would like you to focus very well on this area of operation. This is our area. No. Is this thing moving? It is me who is moving. This is dangerous. My friend, I am the one in charge of protocol here. And so I can make a directive. How did you do this? You are punishing the honorable house on a time like this.
Follow your table. People are following from the books, Pastor.
Oh, sorry. I thought we are together. Kumbe, I was the one moving when what I'm talking about is not moving. Now, Mr. Chair, this is what I was talking about. This is our area of operation. This is according to Uganda Bureau of Statistics. This is our area of operation. Members, you can look at our status as Seventh-day Adventist Church. When you look at the Roman Catholic Church, you will see the population that they have for us in Uganda and their percentage when it comes to percentage calculations. When you come to Anglican Church, you can see them. When you come to Pentecostal churches, you can see them. When you come to Islamic, you can see them. Seventh-day Adventist Church, in the year 2014, we were being counted at 1.7. And today, as I speak, we are counted at 2% out of the population. According to the Bureau of Statistics, in Uganda, they are saying we are around 49 million. And when you go to United Nations, for them, they are counting us to 51 million. But at the level, national level, this is our status. Why am I calling this area of operation? The field is rich for us to fetch. When you look at our numbers, there is a word they use, those people of accounts, they call it negligible figure. That one should not be applied to us in this coming quinquennium. We should make sure that we work hard. Even the Pentecostals, if you look at their percentage, you will discover that our number is still very minimal. So I request all of you that as you go back home, have this picture in your mind. We have a lot of work to do. The vineyard is very fertile for the word of God. I was very happy because of the emphasis made by the secretary about northern Uganda region. We have a big field that we can evangelize. Now, this is how we have done from 2021, 2025. This one, I am not going to explain much, but I want to give you good news. We are moving forward. And I pray that backward, never. Let us move forward. Look at the percentage. 2021, 3.5. 2022, 5.9. 2023, 10.8. 2024, 9.5. And this year has only 5.4 because fourth quarter is not yet on. We are yet to get the fourth quarter, and we see how the graph stands for our baptism in these 4, 5, 6 years. When it comes to quarterly baptism that has been submitted, members, this time we have tried. Mr. Chair, we have been delaying in submitting our baptism statistics, but this time we have tried. As I speak now, 35,310 have been submitted to the higher authority for our baptism. Please, whenever we baptize, submit the reports of baptism, and we also submit to the higher level. That is when they will know that we are doing some work. In the SCDA church, it is said, work that is not reported is no work. Even if you do what in your territory, if you don't report what you have done, there is no work. And now we have the campaign of 2025. The members who were in Mukono when we began this year, we had the campaigns that were emphasized during the course of the year. We had days of prayer, we had women thrust, total media and Adventist men thrust, then we had schools thrust and camp meeting. Mr. Chair, once again, I want the House to clap for ourselves. Let us clap for ourselves for the job well done. May God bless you. All of these campaigns have yielded fruits. You can see the campaign of the 90 days of prayer, 5,070 were baptized. You can see the campaign for the women, 5,052 were baptized. You can see total media and Adventist men, 4,714 were baptized. Then schools thrust, 6,714 were baptized. You see the camp meeting. This time we call it evangelistic camp meeting. 15,231 souls were baptized. May God bless you. We are waiting for the last campaign as they were outlined at the beginning of the year. That is children's campaign, which is in this forthcoming month of December. Then we shall see how God has blessed us throughout the year. Members, we have the tools for nurturing the church members. And in this church, that is Sabbath school leadership, lesson in leadership every quarter. Mr. Chair, we are moving on very well. As far as quarterly lesson is concerned, 2023, third quarter, where we always gauge our performance, we had to read 36,222. Then 2024, we had an increase, Mr. Chair. We are able to read 57,122. And then when it came to 2025, we are able to read 67,162. So the increase has already reached 14%. This time there is a steady progress when it comes to lesson consumption. And for the Bible study, which we are using for in-reach and outreach, we use the same material as we move out and the same material for nurturing the younger ones in the church. 2024, we are able to give out 20,000. And 2025, again, we have given out 20,000. Mr. Chair, you convey our appreciation and gratitude to the Uganda Union leadership because this material is being secured by Uganda Union leadership. And we give them to the church members. Some say it is school, if you can now look at the Uganda Bureau of Statistics and you compare it with the Sabbath school membership, now you may find that the census statistics of Uganda have a correlation with our membership as SDA Church. Look at this table. In 2023, we had 849,189. Now, when it comes to 2024, we have 897,649. When it comes to this year, 2025, the membership of Sabbath School is now at 928,907. They say the SDA Church has reached this level because Sabbath School membership is already here. And for Sabbath School, we have both the baptized and unbaptized. So this is where we are. When it comes to baptized members, we had a good record through the Secretariat. Allow me to move to Sabbath School branches. These ones were also well outlined in the Secretariat report. I may not speak much about it because I want to run to the recommendations. Adventist Ministries, Mr. Chair, we are doing very well. You have seen our performance in the campaigns of the year. We were together with the media house, and our performance was highly seen in the campaigns. And now when it comes to the projects for mission, 2023 we had 10, 2024 we had 9, and this year we have 15. These are the seminars that we have made. Then below we have the projects 7, 15, and 9. These are the projects that we have to support mission. Mr. Chair, allow me to run to the recommendation. That is the last slide. We have to promote total member involvement as a lifestyle, not as an event. Members, this one should be noted down. Total member involvement should not be an event or a program. It should be a lifestyle for all of us, church members and pastors. In the SDA church members will never do anything not until it becomes part of the pastoral family. So as pastors, we should take it as lifestyle, not as an event. Rejuvenate the spirit of pastoral visitation among all pastors, mainly leaders, supervisors of the church. We need to take up this point. This is where the rubber meets the road. Where there is no pastoral visitation, no work done as far as ministry is concerned, the church will remain hungry and thirsty
your time is
if
over.
we cannot emphasize this. Prioritize nurture and retention through Bible centers. I want to thank you members who picked up this and embraced this Bible centers. A living example and a living testimony is our chairperson. They began a Bible center at home in his own compound. But I want to tell you today it is a Sabbath school branch with a permanent building. So Bible centers are very, very important to begin new churches or for church planting. Foster small group ministry in all congregations. I come again. Foster small group ministry in all congregations. Enhance prayer ministry. Enhance prayer ministry. Pastors and elders should enhance the use of Sabbath school cards to know who is present and who is absent so that we can make follow-up on who is missing. All Uganda Union entities should deliberately plan for unentered areas in their territories. We need to penetrate and reach everywhere. continue mobilizing Adventist men to get totally involved in God's mission. Mr. Chair, I hereby say we need to seek first God's kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to us as well. May God bless you.
Amen.
Mr. Chair, I submit.
Okay, I submitted.
Mr. Chair, before the question comes up and before any word, in this book, there is a table which is labeled as table 3, but I know you have been following me here. That table 3 is an error in the printing. The one who was printing our booklet made an error on this table 3. It appears as if it is a repetition of table 4, but the table that was here is not this one. You have seen it when I was presenting. So this is an error in the booklet, but good enough, you have been following the exact table from the author of the tables. Mr. Chair, I submit that this report be accepted in the House.
Okay, the report is moved and a secondment. Okay, it's seconded. Discussion. Any question? Any discussion? Okay, there is a hand. This thing still is a question. One hand. Is there another one? Okay, we have one hand on the report. Kindly, Elder, go ahead with your question.
My name is Samuel Samuel from North Uganda field. I want to thank the pastor for a good presentation. Well laid, the house. But my concern comes to the main ministry, which I have not seen well represented in your report. When you were introducing this report, you told us that main ministry in the new arrangement is under personal ministries. But I've not seen any report concerning that. Yet men, I'm a leader of many ministry in my district. We are facing a lot of challenges. Young men are coming to us, they don't have programs in the church. And I'm seeing it from the top that there is no program apart from involving men in the work of God. I've seen it. You have put it well. Many thrust, it came in your report. But other intervention to support men are not there. My prayer is that let us have a program for our men. We had a conference in Bugema where all the recommendations go. Where did they go? We had sleepless nights raising these issues. My prayer is that we men, we have also issues. Women are marrying men. We are here talking and we are giving issues and we are looking at other areas. But when we are going down, I've seen even the statistics of women. We don't have even a comparison. How many Adventist men do we have compared to the national population? So we need that data also to work out a program on that. Pastor, another issue was we need a deliberate intervention on how to reach the 1 million goal of our membership. I'm seeing we are having 629 something. What interventions have we laid to reach 1 million? Reality is it comes back to us. As we have seen already that we have got somewhere where we can put higher our numbers. Those are the schools. Can we put more initiatives for schools such that they can help us to boost our numbers? Thank you, Pastor. I beg to submit.
Okay.
Okay, now I give you 1 minute to answer an interesting thing. Women are marrying men. Okay, go ahead and answer. Thank you, Elder Samuel, for the submission.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I want to appreciate the concerns and observations from our member. He has used an English word. I don't know whether he's using it as a verb or whether he should take it as a noun. And has said, women are marrying men. That is how it is supposed to. We marry each other. But I have understood what he is meaning. In this era of women empowerment, women emancipation, much emphasis has been put on improving women. And Mr. Chair, he began by saying that he has not seen much as far as planning for men is concerned. Sorry, I did not intend it, but this book was becoming a big volume, and we are told to make summaries of our reports so that we should have a portable booklet which a member can hold and read from the beginning up to the what? To the end. So we followed the principle of Jesus Christ. He said that if everything was written, we couldn't find a place on earth where to put the Bible. So it was the same principle that was given. I have gone there for Adventist men. And many entities of this country, I have reached there talking on behalf of Adventist men. The challenges you have talked about that you have advanced, indeed they are in office, they have come to us. Under personal ministries, objective number one for Adventist men was for them to get involved in advancing mission. That was objective number one. In fact, my first recommendation when I came in office was to make it independent. But I was advised at the division that not yet. Let Adventist men first get built up in church mission. Then, second priority is to sort out the challenges that they have at a personal level. And so as I speak now, plans are under the way to sort out the challenges that are affecting us socially, economically, and in other faculties of our lives. The truth of the matter is, Adventist women move from one conference to another, from one seminar to another, from one meeting to another. When their husbands, the Adventist men, are at home. And what to make matters worse, when the mothers are moving, also their children, the youth, are also moving from one camp meeting to, that is why there is more emphasis on this. So as I speak now, the recommendations are in the office so that those areas can be sorted out.